eventually get you to a point where you can understand the stock market as just a regular market. The primary difference being that on this market, they do not sell oranges or fish or anything like that. But what they trade is what we call equities, which are securities. These securities represent ownership interest in companies. And that is why on that's the left-hand side for you guys. On the right-hand side, you see the building of Grace Kennedy. It's there to represent the fact that a stock is really just an ownership interest in a company and nothing more than that. So this is the overview of what we'll be doing today. You'll get a brief introduction as to who I am, what Caribbean Value Investor is, what this stock market is, as I mentioned earlier, how does the stock market work, how you as an investor can benefit from participating in the stock market, the associated risk, which is normally termed as can I lose money in the stock market. And then we're going to look at investment philosophy, time horizon, skills needed to be an investor in the stock market. And then I will end by looking at some tools that we have developed at Caribbean Value Investor that will enable you to actually make profitable decisions in the stock market. So I've mentioned this before, but probably not everyone is here. My name is Devrhoid Davis. I am not a financial advisor. I am an investor. I've been investing now for over 6 years, and I know I don't like to state this, but I guess it's for credibility purposes. I currently manage a portfolio of over 7 figures. That's as much as I'm able to tell you. All right, so I'm a shareholder in, well, far more companies than this now, but some of the Caribbean's largest. Grace Kennedy, ACB, Sagicor Financial, you know the household names. Alright, so yes, I have shares in a majority of those. My passion has always been for analysis and reading, so I built my investment library to over 70 books. If you've seen my introductory video on Beyond the Stock Price, you would have seen some of those books. That's nothing compared to the actual amount that I've actually read. And my background is actually in medical physics, programming, and electronics. Well, that's the next point. I've compiled various stock market reports, and I'm currently the chief editor of Caribbean Value Investor and a developer for FinJ, the financial engine. And you have my social media profile there. So, what is Caribbean Value Investor? Caribbean Value Investor is effectively a media company that focuses on spreading financial literacy. Our goal and our mission is to basically democratize generational wealth by spreading financial literacy. Caribbean Value Investor is actually founded on 3 prongs. The first of which is news, articles, and analysis. The second is the FinJ platform, and the third is through our educational drives. In today's class, you're going to see me focus a lot more on the value investing education aspect and on the articles that we've published rather than on the FinJ platform in the office. So the premise of all of this, well, that's the website. And these are some of the services that we offer. I won't read because this is not the sales pitch. But we do like company analysis, so if you're interested in a particular company, then quite likely you will find an overview of that company on Caribbean Value Investor, provided it's a publicly listed company. And we will talk more about what publicly listed company is. The other thing is that you'll be able to see different industry research, you'll see SWOT analysis, you'll see PESTLE analysis, and we'll talk about those when we look at analyzing a company. You'll also see featured brokers. So for example, if there is a person here who doesn't currently have a brokerage account, then you can actually go on Caribbean Value Investor and we will try to connect you with a licensed financial advisor and a licensed stockbroker such that you can start purchasing shares. So here we go. What is the stock market? Peter Lynch said that there is a company behind every stock. Normally when we think about the stock market, we think about this image, the ticker symbols, the red, green, and blue flashing numbers, right? That's typically what comes to mind. This is just the front face of the stock market. Underneath all of that is simply this, a basic market. The primary difference being, whereas when you go to the fruit market or the grocery market, you're able to see any number of different varieties of fruits and you're able to see their prices. It's the exact same thing when you go on the stock market, except the varieties that you see are not fruits, they're companies. They're publicly listed companies that are traded on that stock exchange. And, well, is there any company here that we do not recognize? Alright, so we're going to try to make this interactive. So you see the questions, most of them are not going to be rhetorical. Alright, so is there any company here that we don't recognize? No. Anybody here is a shareholder in any of these companies? Yes. Awesome. What's NCB? Y'all happy, ain't you? Y'all happy, don't? Very good. Good. I can tell you a quick story. My mentor got his NCB shares in 1992 for this amount. 1992? Yes. That was when it was owned by Mutual Life. And then, you know, Michael Lichin came in and bought the entire company. We'll talk a little bit more about the Honorable Michael Lichin and his investment philosophy. All right? You'll naturally know that the newest of this lot is Wisinka, right? And I guess the Wisinka shareholders are also very happy. All right? Good. So, remember I showed you in the very first instance that screen with all of the numbers and just the symbols. The Jamaica Stock Exchange's website is actually a little bit simpler. I say that because in most of the cases, the companies are relatively easily identifiable. For example, if you think about NCB Financial Group, which is the registered name of the company, and you wanted to shorten that, you just call it NCB. Well, NCB is the ticker symbol for NCB Financial Group. And if at any point in time you wanted to know how much NCB was selling for, just in the same way if you wanted to know how much oranges were selling for, you would go to the market and go look at the price. You would go to the Jamaica Stock Exchange, which is the stock market, and you just look for the fruit, NCB, and you just go right across and you look at the price. So in this case, we're looking at Grace Kenny. And we're actually going to tour the Jamaica Stock Exchange in this session. But just immediately, I can tell you that the trading price for Grace Kennedy right now is between $59 and $60. Quick question, who thinks that that's an expensive stock? $60 per share. Remember on the stock market, there are shares trading for $1, $2. Who bought the lab? Nobody bought it? Just three of you? Sorry? Oh, it closed early. Alright, so quick tip when it comes on to IPOs. The moment you hear of it, especially if you're looking at a company that is listing less than 50 million shares, go to the broker that day. Alright? I can give you numerous examples of why that happens. It also pays to have multiple brokerage accounts. Alright? And Ashley will also speak a little bit about that. You have how much? 8. Sorry?
you are the broker. Repeat, say pays
It does.
Pays you are the broker.
It pays you if you're smart about it. And that's not meant to be an insult or anything like that. But if you're able to, say, trade strategically, you will naturally make more money than your broker. Alright? Now, if you're, what's the word I want to use, easily influenced, then your broker will make a killing off you. Alright? Brokers are paid by commission. The more you trade, the more money they make. Okay, so let's go and basically tour the Jamaica Stock Exchange. So you can see, well, this is not good. Is it clear enough? Can you see? No. No? You know, I intentionally only cleaned the first 3 rows. So all of those chairs back there are dirty. Because I knew that we were expecting 50 people, so I imagined that another 5 people can hold here, no? So, can we come a little bit closer? If we're to interact with most of these persons anyway. Alright. Unfortunately, I can't zoom this, and if anybody has checked the Jamaica Stock Exchange's website, they would know that right now they're having an issue with the code sheets. By the way, who has downloaded the Jamaica Stock Exchange's app? Everyone? Did you look at it? It never? It low. Right, they're having some issues. It's quite an unfortunate time for that to happen. But in any case, I'm going to use this example. So, can you see the columns at the top? You can see the columns, okay. So, we're going to be moving from my left to the right. So, the security is just the name of the company or the name of the stock. Trust me, over time, you will develop, you'll know these second nature. So I can tell you that at the top is 138 student living, then 1834 investments, then Barita investments. Barita shareholders are having. Oh. Okay, so we're going to go through basically just 5 of these or so because I want to move on. I'm not going to infringe on Ashley's time, and I think this presentation will be more interesting than mine. So, for those who came in later, we're basically looking at the Jamaica Stock Exchange. So if you were supposed to go on the Jamaica Stock Exchange's website and click on any of those little graphs that you tend to see at the bottom, or that running ticker tape, it would bring you to a page like this. And what this page shows is it's showing you basically the market. So each of these is going off our market analogy. Each of these are different fruits, and these are your prices. So at the top is 138 student living. The last traded price, which I will explain a little bit later, was $4. These are in Jamaican dollars, except for a few of them. Proven, who else? Proven Signals, there's another one. Alright, well, there are about 3 of them that are in US dollars. So 138 student living, the last traded price was $4 Jamaican. close price, $4 Jamaican. The change in price, which would have been the difference between yesterday's price and today's price, is 0. Closing bid, which is how, so the stock exchange works also like a bidding system. So I own the shares and persons are trying to buy them from me. Alright? Quick interjection. You don't necessarily need to take notes. You will get the recording and you will also get the slides. But if you find something important, you can, sure, go ahead and write it down. Okay, so we were at the bid. So the bid price is how much somebody is willing to pay for it, to pay for a stock. The ask price is how much a person who has the stock is demanding for that stock. The volume shows the amount that traded on the day, so it would be like the amount of oranges that were bought and sold on that day. Today's high shows and I'll explain why these are 0. But today's high shows the highest price that the stock traded at within that trading day. The trading is simply the buying and selling of shares. We understanding that? Today's low would be what? The lowest price that it traded at on the day. Perfect. The 52-week high, you all know 52 weeks in a year, so this denotes the highest price that it traded at for the preceding 52 weeks. And of course the 52-week low shows the lowest price that it traded at. What you might want to start taking note of is the fact that in many of these cases, you can see the spread, which is the difference between the high and the low over a 52-week period, be as much as 50%. Sometimes it's in the order of hundreds of percentage. Here is an example. This traded as low as $1.60 and as high as $5.80. Can you imagine the guy, and by the way, last traded at 4. So imagine what the guy who bought it at $1.60 is looking like. Alright, now the per-year div is the dividend, and we're going to talk about what a dividend is. I actually brought with me some dividend checks, so you'll be able to see them for those of you who've never seen a dividend check. As well as I brought a stock certificate, and that's where we're moving to now. So, given that example, can you say that if I were to give you a code sheet, you could interpret that code sheet to tell me what the highest value the stock traded at was, how much of it traded, and how much that stock is paying in dividends? Think you could find that? Okay? Yes? No? Alright, so how much is traded? Good, I'm glad you asked. Because here, you realize that the volume says 0. So imagine then that you go to the supermarket and the only thing that you want to buy is tomatoes. What would be the volume traded for onion?
0.
Hence. So on this day, nobody fancied buying 138 student aid. Hence, 0 volume trading. Okay? Next. So, by the way, for those who can see, can you tell me what the highest price Grace Kennedy traded at in the last year was? For those who can see. 75, that's correct. And what's the lowest? Did Grace Kennedy pay a dividend? Yeah. If I had 1 million Grace Kennedy shares, how much money would I have got? How much money? Alright, we're going to come back to that. That's intentional. It's supposed to set us up where we're going next. Alright? So, when you hear about the stock market, this is what you will pretty much see now, that you understand what's really under the hood. Will this confuse you?
Yes.
It would?
Yes.
Okay, let us see. What might these be?
Those are
Okay, I won't say you're wrong. Reason being, in this case, these are actually indexes. But I can give you the point. Because really I couldn't find any companies to put there. And I like this stuff. So I use the indexes. Alright, let's see. What would a red denote? A loss. That's correct. Okay. Okay, we can work with that. So therefore, if you knew these as companies and you knew that these were actually prices, not so complicated anymore, is it? Awesome. So, under all of this is simply this. It's just different varieties of fruits, different varieties of companies, and they just have quoted prices, except that you can bid at what price you want. And if you own it, you can demand what price you will sell it at. What's that called? Your ask. Correct. Okay, so what really are stocks? We just saw what the stock market is, but what really are the stocks? The analogy I like to use is to actually think of a stock as a title. The bare essence of a stock is that it represents an ownership interest in a company. What does the title of your car denote? What does it mean? It means that you own the car. Title of your house means you own the house. So the stock is just a title for the companies that you own. And if you own shares, then you are called a shareholder. You are an investor in the company, but you are also an owner of that company. So this is how the stock market works. It's a really complicated graph, but we went through all of it just now. It's just, we have a company, I have the shares, I want to sell them, somebody wants to buy them, and we bid and ask prices. And that continuous process is what enables us to make money in the stock market. Go ahead.
the ask price. The ask price are not rich.
The ask price would be the last price on the day. So the trading day starts at 9:30 a.m. and ends at about 1. Kind of go to 1:15, but let's call it 1. Okay? Now, the ask price that they will use is actually the last ask price that comes into the system. So say for instance, we walk through. So trading day starts. The JSE is open for business. 9:01, Grace Kennedy shares, 400 trade at $70. All right? I see that $70 trade. It's up $5 from where it was before. And I said, maybe I can sell my Grace Kennedy shares today for $72. So I send a note to my broker telling her, sell my Grace Kennedy shares at $72. The new ask price is now $72. Now, Ashton sees that trade and thinks it's absolutely ridiculous. Ashton comes in and says, okay, he sends his broker the message, buy Grace Kennedy shares, but don't spend more than $65 for it. Ashton is now bidding $65 for Grace Kennedy shares. So let's continue with the trading day. 10:15. I'm here on this is Jamar. 10:15, Jamar notices that there is a bid in the system for $65. Jamar was one of the lucky youths that got his Grace Kennedy shares at $30. So looking at 65, Jamar reasons, I can still have 65, and I'm making, what's that? 100 and, who is quick with the math? 100+%. So Jamar executes the trade to say, sell my Grace Kennedy shares to that bidder at 65. If Grace Kennedy shares trades no more for the rest of the day, the close price would have been $65. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
And that process goes on for that entire period. Okay. So, now that we know that, I'm almost certain that I don't need to go through this slide. So how do we benefit from, how do we benefit from investing in the stock market? There are two ways. The first way is through dividends, and I'm going to pass around a few of those. And the second way is through capital gains. That is an increase in the share price. So what are dividends? Dividends is an actual cash payout that the company distributes to its shareholders. So for example, if you, and I'm switching to the vernacular now. If you, for example, own a taxi, and you put taxi on the road, you expect at the end of the day that said driver will bring your money, correct? Shareholders have the same expectations of the directors of the companies that they own. They work for us. So their job then is to make our company more profitable and pay us while we're at it. Alright? Because we, by investing in their company, we took on a risk. So your dividend is one way of compensating you for taking that risk. You can imagine if a company goes bust, you lose all your investment. So it then behoves the directors to incentivize you to invest in publicly listed companies. Is this making sense? Not rhetorical? Yes. Awesome. So the second way, so this is actually a dividend check from Google. I'm going to be sending around some dividend checks from Grace Kennedy, and I'm not worried that they'll go missing, but they're only $22. The second way is through capital appreciation. This graph is basically showing you, alright, so on the y-axis is price in Jamaican dollars. I know a lot of you can't see, but it's right there. And on the x-axis is basically time, but in terms of dates. So, if you can see this, you will see that on Monday, March 27, 2017, this company is Access Financial. You'll see it right there. And it's a direct screenshot from the Jamaica Stock Exchange. You'll see that the price was $34. Okay? Fast forward to March 25th, 2019, and the price is now $47. The stock has increased in price. We call that a capital appreciation. Okay? So capital appreciation is nothing more than a stock going from $1 to $2 to $3. It could be even a stock going from $1 to $1.01. That's still capital appreciation. So, from the two things that we just looked at, you'll notice that Access Financial, their ticker symbol is ASF, and they're listed on the junior market of the JSE. Within 2 years, the stock grew by 38.7%. So if you had 100,000 in 2017, and you invested all of that in Access Financial, on the basis of some fundamental analysis that we're going to get into. 2 years later, you'd have seen a 38.7% increase in your $100,000. You'd now have 38.7. Alright, 1,000. And for a list of the top 10 best performing stocks on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, I will send these links in the group as well, and you can actually go and see what the listing is. But I can tell you that the best performing stock in 2018 was Barita Investments, and the stock went up by 611%.